Yo, this is Big Boss from Oakland, California. You know what it is. Like, subscribe, share the Big Boss Real Talk YouTube channel. Okanda. Yo. You know who it is. It's the Iggity. Hold on. The Iggity. Biggity. Bossy Boss. Oh, Leany. Cooking with what? Gasolini. Fire content. How you guys doing tonight? What's up with the peoples? What's up with the people? For the one time. Hold on. Musica. Turn it down. Turn it down. Right? What's up? Yeah, running late. Running a little bit late, but we still gonna be great. Oh, man. Bossy Boss. As always, I'm still, believe it or not, having some audio issues, so let me know if you guys can hear me. I can't hear me, and I can't hear my music, even though I turned it down. But what's up with the people? Can you hear me? You hear me good? Audio good? You hear my voice? Midwest OG, you tapped in early, man. What's up with you, man? Yeah. Man, this right here, you said I had it going early. Man, I had it set for the AM and not the PM. Oh, man. I set this shit up on my night job last night. Getting off in the morning. I get off at like 3 in the morning type shit. And so I did it at the last minute on my way out the door. So, nigga was tired. So I thought it said 7 p.m., but I guess it was on the 7 a.m. But I went late anyway on top of that, so that's what it was. Now, I'm never going that early like that. Now, in the States, the only time that would probably pop up like that is when I'm overseas, especially far overseas, on the other side of the world type shit. You know, it's nighttime over there and daytime or morning over here. And so sometimes you might run into it like that. Like if I'm going at night, it might be in the AM here, right? And it is what it is. But nah, we right here in Oakland, California. I'm still home. You see the studio. Speaking of that, I will be taking a trip coming up. Okay, that's what's up. And the one, checking 1 1 2 1 2. All right, good. You can at least hear me. Dang, I can't hit. I don't like when I can't hear my music. Go with my vibe, what I'm talking about. Shit. But it is what it is. Yeah. So Bossy Boss, I got a trip coming up, as you guys know. The next trip is actually in 5 weeks. It's just over 1 month. Today the 7th, 7/7, July 7th. Hope everybody had a good 4th of July, good safe 4th of July. Over here, I'm sure like most hoods in America, man, it was Beirut and Iraq and Iran all rolled up into one. They blown up the block. It was crazy. I know these bros, they spend a lot of money on fireworks, man. But yeah, they blew up a lot of shit. I had barbecue. I got me some barbecue. I kind of stayed in. But I hope everybody had a good weekend. Last Friday, right before the 4th on the 3rd, some of you might have saw, Boss was outside. I went outside. I went to Oakland's First Friday. It's thing I've been showing on this channel for about the last year or two or more, once a month on the first Friday of the month, whatever day it falls on, whatever date it falls on, the first Friday of the month, Oakland has like a little street fair carnival. At this point, it's kind of all the same, but you know, you go out there, you know, the network to see who's outside, you know, and just get out and meet and greet. You know, I'll be out there. I still be trying to get numbers. You know, I vlog and film when I'm out there a little bit. I'll be trying to get numbers. You know, I'll be on my shit. Midwest OG. Midwest OG. Remember the chick in the yellow dress with the red headband on? That was by the tent that had like the talent show with the red carpet type shit. Man, I told the chat I was gonna pop. Oh, I'm tripping. I told the chat I was gonna pop at her, and my phone fucking died. But believe it or not, I did make the attempt. Boop. I made the attempt, man. So I failed, right? But what had happened was, so yeah, I saw a moment. So at one point there was the DJ was telling the people that was sitting, you know, on the chairs, like on my side where I was standing on the street, to move it to the other side or whatever. I don't know what that was about. And she was like the last one, so she went to pick up her chair and grab her purse, and I was kind of grabbing the chair for her. And then I said, so you really got it. I like the way you walk down the red carpet, you know, doing your thing, showing your stuff. You really got it. You know, you real talented with this. So you must be one of the models, right? And then she was like, something like that. I said, okay, well, you doing your thing. I see you. And that's all I did at first. Then she grabbed my hand to pull me to walk on the red carpet. I said, oh, I kind of pulled back. I said, man, I'm not doing all that. I said, oh, check it out. Okay. I do it. You give me your number. You give me your phone number. I'll walk on the red carpet with you. She was like, no, thank you. Oh, man. Wah, 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 wah. Wah! She was so nice and polite with. She's like, no, thank you. But come on anyway, or something like that. She said, no, thank you. She said, no, thank you. And then still try to pull me, come on anyway. So then I got slick. I said, well, no, thank you. You know, I did it real like nice and polite and curtsy, but still right back at her. Because she's like, no, thank you, but still come on, walk with me. And I said, well, no, thank you. And then I spent off. I said, oh, man. But yeah, she was a cutie. She was a cutie. I liked her energy. Apex. Oh, man. That's what's up. You out there in Brazil? You in Brazilian? Shout out to you, man. Yeah, so obviously, I'm sure you're in Rio, right? You're in Rio de Janeiro, Rio or Sao Paulo. I hope you're not in Manaus, man. I don't want to badmouth Manaus, you know, to the guys who might want to go. I just did Brazil now, like a little over a month ago now, like a month and a half ago. I tried for the first time, I tried Manaus, you know, by the rainforest type shit. You know, I'd heard some promising things, and it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. Manaus did not turn out the way I wanted it to, but shout out to Manaus, Brazil. I took a tour, a riverboat tour. The tour was dope. That tour was so cool. It's worth going back just for the tour, because they got different tours too. That tour is real fun and tour is real dope. So I can actually see myself going back. I got the visa now, right? I'm sure you got the visa because you're there. Once you get the Brazil visa is 10 years, automatic 10 years. You know, they don't even have like a option for us, I know, for like a one-time visit type shit. Or, because like Kenya, shout out to Kenya. When you apply for the visa for Kenya, they have the two options, you know, the one-time single-use visa for that trip, or you can sign up for the 5-year visa. I should have got the 5-year visa because I went twice, and I'll be going back in 5 weeks. In August, next month, it'll be trip number 3 to Kenya, trip number 3. And so I should have signed up for the 5-year. It's not that much. I want to say the 5-year visa, this little over 100 US, like 115, 120. It's not even 150. It's not 150. It's less. I want to say it's like 115, 120. But the one time it's like 35, $40, right? The one time you, and you can, keep going, but you got to do it each time. The one time Visa use is like 35, 40, and the 5-year one is only like 120, right? So I should have just did that. So when I do my Visa this time, I think I'm just gonna bite the bullet and do the 5-year Visa for Kenya, because Kenya is dope, Nairobi is dope. It's really up there. I plan to keep going back to Kenya, Nairobi, and Mombasa at least once a year or something like that. So, but yeah, so the Nairobi, Kenya, the Kenya Visa, they have a one-time one for 35, 40, and a 5-year Visa for like 120. The Brazil Visa for Brazil, there's like 100 and something. Mine was pushing 2 because it's like different tiers and you want to get it back faster and this and that kind of shit. So I did like the most expensivest one, and mine was pushing down there like 2, I believe. But it's 10. It's 10 years. 10. That's a long damn time. As you know, that's how long your passport is. Your passport is 10 years. Your passport is 10, and the Brazil Visa is 10. They don't even have a one-time use, at least far as I saw. So since I got that 10-year Visa, obviously I'm gonna keep going back to Brazil too. I take a few trips a year. So definitely doing Brazil again. The next time I do Brazil, I do want to try out Salvador Bahia. Salvador Bahia, they say that's like the most blackest part of Brazil. Brazil already has a lot of black, Afro-Brazilians. Brazil has a lot of Afro because they had the slave trade there back in the day, right? They said there's more blacks in Brazil than blacks in America. Wow. Like African Americans, we make up 13%? We make 13% of America. African Americans in America, they said it's more Afro-Brazilians than African Americans. So it's a lot of black people in Brazil, and it's a big concentration of them in Salvador Bahia. So I want to see what that do. Yeah. But you can't go bad with Rio. You can't go wrong with Rio, man. Rio de Janeiro, Sao Paulo. So shout out to you. I got the 10-year, right? So I'm going to be going all over the place. And, of course, I got to brush up on my Portuguese. Shout out to Duolingo. Yeah, I'm going to get the 5-year Visa like you said. Might as well. Yeah, exactly. Duh. I should have. This is on some nigga shit. Stupid. Already, right now, it would have been paid for. Because the 5-year Visa with Kenya is like 120. If I want to say, don't quote me, a Google search would bring it up real fast. But it's something around like 115, 120, 125. Or 35, 40. 3 trips, that's it right there. 3 trips, and I'm on trip number 3. So I would have had it already. And you don't have to keep fucking doing it every time. That's the one. It's not much to it. Not much to it, but the one thing, with the Kenya Visa, obviously you put down your flight information, the literal airplane, the airplane number, like the number of the airplane vessel, right? Your incoming flight, your outgoing flight, your dates. They actually want to know where you stay, so they want to know the hotel or the Airbnb, and especially if it's Airbnb, they want the host name and phone number. I'm like, wow. They want to know where you stay. You got to write down the address on the Visa. Write down the address where you stand, the person's contact, whoever owns or operates that hotel, Airbnb. They want that, and then outside of that, it's the 1, 2, 3. It's a selfie, a selfie of your face up against the white wall, white background. They want a selfie of your face, picture of your passport type shit, standard shit. But that's the only thing. So like I know with the Brazil one, the Brazil Visa, they don't ask you where you stand. Like the main difference is obviously they want to know the flight. They want to know your flight when you coming and when you going. You got to write the flight down. Your incoming flight, and you have to show an outgoing flight. So it can't just be no one-way type shit. So I'm not saying this. If somebody trying to stay, you write down an outgoing flight and then maybe you cancel the flight later, but on that visa, they better see an outgoing flight. It ain't no just one way. Oh, we come in and we leave when we feel like it. No. They need to know a date. They need to know a date. They want to know how long you're gonna be there. So you have to show an outgoing flight. Can't just be no one-way ticket type shit. It can't be a one-way ticket. I know how you niggas is. It can't be a one-way ticket. They need to see coming and going. So your incoming flight, outgoing flight, on the Brazil shit, incoming, outgoing. The difference, the Brazil visa, they want to know your parents' name and birth date and where they was born. That was weird. Kenya, so I'm going back and forth here. The Kenya visa and Brazil visa. Kenya and visa. Kenya and visa. Kenya and Brazil. Kenya and Brazil. Brazil wanted to know, they want to know your parents, your mom and your dad, full legal name, their birthdays, and where they were born. Right? Kenya don't ask that about your mom and dad. Kenya want to know where you're staying. That's like the only difference. Other than that, the other stuff is the same, right? Because you have to take a selfie, a picture of yourself, even though you figure it's going to be in your passport, but whatever. You have to take a selfie, a picture of yourself, a picture of your a clear picture of your passport, picture of yourself, picture of your passport, your incoming and outgoing flight. That's the same. But for Kenya, they want to know where you're staying. Brazil, they want to know about your parents. Oh, man. Crazy shit, right? But countries, they got their own rules, man. Every country got their... I like the countries that have basically either no visa, like Brazil used to have no visa, right? When it was Bolsonaro was the president before this Lula, under Trump's first term, because the Brazil president, Bolsonaro, and Trump were friends. And so Bolsonaro said that's why because they had a visa first, and then when Trump got in, Bolsonaro stopped the visa for Americans because of Trump. But then, Trump didn't win the second time. And then Lula beat Bolsonaro in Brazil. And when Lula got in, he's like a leftist. He's like a Democrat of the Brazil policy. He's on the left. When Lula got in, he reinstituted the visa type shit. And I remember when he first reinstituted, it was rumors going around that you was going to have to show your bank account and prove you got $200 sitting in the bank. No, $2,000, 200, right? Damn. Yeah. But that either it was just a straight rumor, or it was true and they scrapped it at the last minute. So basically it never came to fruition. But that was really going around the travel space that was one of the requirements once Brazil would kick in the visa. One of the requirements they were saying in the beginning, you have to show proof that you have a couple of $1,000s in the bank first, and they need to see a bank statement. I'm like, wow. But they dropped it. They scrapped it right before it came out. So you don't need that, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, these visa shits. But I like countries where there's no visa or visa on arrival. Visa on arrival. Like Thailand has visa of arrival. Shout out to South Africa. I did South Africa once. I plan to go back one of these days very soon. I almost was going to go this year, but I'm not. South Africa have visa on arrival. So basically, a visa on arrival is almost like no visa, right? You just show up. You pull up and you fill out some papers. And then even if it's like a little fee, like a $30 fee, a $25 fee, even if it's a fee on it, you pay it once you get there, type shit. And you fill it out once you're there. So that's called a visa on arrival. Those are cool. Visa on arrival or no visa. But the other countries where they visas like really mean you do the shit before. And so far, the two visas that I really had to do, you have to show your plane ticket. So what that mean? That means you spent the money for the plane ticket first. And then send it in, and they can tell you no. Oh man, that's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. Because on the ones on the real visas that really stand on business, those visas you have to show a plane ticket, meaning you spent the money. You show the plane ticket, and then they decide they're gonna let you in. And what if they say no? You didn't spend the money. So you better get it to where you get refundable type shit. But oh man, what we got going on? Again, I can't hear my music. I think the Loonies is playing. I don't know what to play now. We'll play some Too Short. I don't know. I can't hear it. I don't like that because I like to go with the flow. And sometimes I even talk to the beat or the rhythm of playing it. If you guys ever trip, but I can't hear it. But you guys can hear me, and it's all good. So what we got going on in the travel world? Yeah, next week. I could have did it this week, but I'm not. I'll save it for next week. I will be doing my latest Tinder match live. I did one a few weeks ago, and it's going up. It's steadily going up. I'm pushing like 700 right now. I think a few weeks ago I was down there at 500. Now I'm at like 700. It's ridiculous. Like I say, this still is not as fast as last time. On my first trip in 2024, over 2,000, 2,200, 2,200. Crazy. I ain't even busted 1,000 yet. I'm like at 700, and this is just ridiculous because there's no way humanly possible that I can even try to connect with all them chicks. Now mind you, when I say that, that's like total. So out of all of that, it's heavy vetting. But still, if you're left with like, a good 150, 200 out of the 700, you're left with 150, 200. 200 for 2 weeks. What you gonna do? You can't do a lot. So, and because I've been there before, about a week or so out before I get there, I'm gonna reach out to a few of the coolest ones I had on my first trip that were real dope. I tend not to stay in contact with these chicks overseas like that for long term. I pretty much just reactivate the shit right before the trip. I see no real reason being a pen pal, long distance pen pal, and you're only going to a particular place like once a year. Like I might take several trips a year, but I'm not going to the same country back to back. I spread it around. So I hit country A, then country B, and country C. I might hit country A again until next year. I mean, I'm not going A. I'm going A, B, C. Then next year, I do A, B, C. And then next year, I might just do A, C. So if I'm only going to pull up to that country about once a year, if I don't skip a year, there's no reason to be talking to you all the time. In my opinion, right? All that leads to is asking for money. That's all that leads to. Let's keep it a buck. Yeah, American chicks will hit you up and ask you for money. So you're talking to these chicks overseas, and you're an American, and you're not going to be there for 6 months or a year or more, and you're talking to them, regularly throughout the year. Birthdays come around, Christmases come around. No, we're not doing that. There's no reason for me to keep talking to you like that. I'll holler when I pull up. Maybe a week before my trip. Hey, the only thing with that is, shit can happen. They can change their numbers, this and that and the third. But hey, it is what it is, man. Fuck that. Fuck that. No, we're not doing that. Really, for me, I do too many numbers. And on top of that. So, it depends on how everybody move. I take a lot of trips, more or less. 2, 3, 4 trips a year to different places. When I'm on my trips, y'all know I run it up. I'm a monger. I'm a P for P monger. I do numbers. I run it up. And it'll just get ridiculous anyway. And then trying to keep track and talk to them all the time, all throughout the year. And I'm not going to be there till next year. Why am I talking to you every day or once or twice a week? And I'm not going to see you for a whole nother year. That's just gives you an avenue to ask for money. Nope. Oh man. That being said, I always have memories, right? And so I had some of my top performers, my top players. I'm gonna reach out to them soon, right before the trip, so they get first dibs. They get first dibs at the boss. But then, oh man, that bench is cold. I got a deep bench. That bench, hundreds, literally hundreds of applications. It's gonna be crazy. So then it come down to, like always, but what it comes down to is time. Well, I did like this, huh? That's money. Yeah, money on my mind. Time. Because when you somewhere for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 10 days, even if you expat, expat then is what it is. But if you're doing 2 weeks, 10 days, 3 weeks, oh man. You gotta be real careful with your time. So, like what I say, not no 1 or 2 chicks just soak up your whole trip. Now, if they giving you what you want, some dudes don't mind that type shit. Because at the end of the day, that can be economical. Everything with me is for a reason, bro. That could be economical, right? Because you're only with, a few chicks during that trip versus you just doing numbers, having multiple chicks a day, 2-3 chicks a day or more a day for weeks, right? And you're running up a tally, 20 plus chicks down to 30 chicks. Man, putting numbers on the board. That can get expensive. Either kind of way, that could get expensive. I mean, even free ski, which, whatever, would be expensive, because even on that, you're gonna be entertaining. You're gonna be entertaining. You're gonna take them on a date, and even if you're not gonna take them on a date, you absolutely gonna have the party favors. You're gonna order in some food. You're gonna have some drink, or the smokes or whatever. You're gonna have this, now, the third. So, yeah, so it costs money any kind of way, but it is more economical. It can be, if you're rocking with a few solid, starting 5 or something. But it's 1 or 2, no. Well, I don't fly that far. To kick it with no 1 or even 2 or 3 chicks. Forget that. 5, I don't know. Maybe 5. That'd have to be a hell of a 5, though. That had to be a hell of a 5. Maybe on a 10-day trip. Now, I say that, right? And like I just said on my, what's the name? The last trip, it's pretty much trash, man. I can't say that the city was trash. I can't put it on them. I got to take responsibility, I guess, right? Even though hella chicks flaked off the Tinder type shit. I was somewhere for 12 days, almost 2 weeks. 2 days short of 2 weeks. 2 days longer than my 10 days. I'm good for the 10. I'm good for the 10 to win. I did 12. I did 12 days. And in 12 days, 4. Only have 4. 4 bodies. 4 bodies for 12 days. That's ridiculous. I never had a trip like that since I've been traveling. All these years. That was the very first trip with numbers that low. Like my second lowest trip, and it was still more than that, was my first time to Lima, Peru. Shout out to Lima, Peru. And Lima, Peru, that was a short trip. I think I did 5 or 6 days at Lima. I was just testing it out, Lima, South America it's not like it's Africa or Asia, right? It's still relatively closer. I was testing it out. I was supposed to hook up with the homie. Shout out to Razor Rays, who flaked and never made the trip. So I went down there, and Rays never pulled up. I only did like 5 or 6 days, Lima, Peru. In those 5 or 6 days, I think I did like 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, something like that. For 5 days, I did like 6, 7, or 8. Can't remember. But for Manaus, 12 days, 4. 12 days, almost 2 weeks. 12 days, 4. And in Lima, I did like 5 or 6 days, and I had like 6 or 7. So that Manaus, all the way bad for me for that situation, for that. But the tour, that little tour was dope. Oh man. So yeah, we can't have that kind of shit again. And it can happen when you take a chance on a new spot. You take a chance on a new spot. And different guys travel for different things. But if you're a guy like me, you're a sex bro, you're a sex tourist, you're a sex traveler, you're going to get it in. That number is just too low, especially that many days. I mean, for 4 chicks, that should have been like a 3-day trip. Oh man, there's a lot of factors. Well, there's some factors that went into that. But that being said, it was funny. Because of that, right? Because of that just disaster, that really prompted this trip I'm going on now. I probably would have, if that trip would have been a lot better, I probably would have held off maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. But I might have held off until my October trip. So I'm still going somewhere in October, right? Every October, I got to go somewhere. That's my birthday, right? Halloween, October 31st is my day of birth. So I still got to do my Halloween, my October trip. So if that Brazil trip would have held me down in May, I might have just buckled down to October. Normally, I still would have took another trip in between, but life be life, man. Life be lifing. Right? And when you see me look to the side, I'm always looking for something. Bank account, money, but hey, it is what it is. We pay for what we want. We pay for what we want, right? So yeah, but if this last trip would have went cool, I kind of would have just sat on my hands and forced myself to wait till October. But being that I just dropped the ball completely and that trip didn't give what it's supposed to give, I said, I need a do-over. And now I think about it, it might have been a little better if I did a Lima, Peru. I mean, because it's closer, the flight is cheaper. But I'm going to where I know it's lit. Super lit. And where is that? Nairobi. Kenya, Nairobi is super lit. I put it right there next to Thailand and Brazil. I guess I could have ran it back to Rio, right? I got the visa now. I got the 10-year visa. Manaus kind of sucked, so I could have shot back to Rio, I guess. But, Brazil, that Manaus messed me up for Brazil just for right now. So then I almost was going to jump off the porch and go to Thailand, Pattaya, for this August type trip. But and I was what was going to happen. what I was thinking was, this was the original thing. So it was supposed to be, and it was in the beginning, Manaus, Brazil for April, May, right? October, I was supposed to be going back to Africa, and I was going to hit South Africa, Johannesburg. Because you remember last year I did South Africa, Cape Town, and Durban. They both was dope. Cape Town was just a little more lit. But when I went to South Africa last year, I skipped Joburg. I did on purpose. I did Cape Town and Durban, and I said this year I'm going to go back for South Africa, Johannesburg, this October. But what happened was What's going on right now? Something I don't like is the South Africans in Joburg, Johannesburg. They have a big old thing where they're very xenophobic. They're going around protesting, crashing out, assaulting foreigners. You know, like on some get out type shit. This is our land, and like they like, wow, they're being their own ice. They're being their own ice, crashing out on foreigners. Now, for the record, they're not crashing out on American tourists. They're not crazy, right? At least that crazy. They're not crashing out on American tourists. They damn sure not crashing out on white folks. They're crashing out on other Africans. So that's what it is. They're crashing out on Africans from neighboring countries, right? From Zimbabwe or wherever else. Rwanda. The black South Africans are crashing out on other black Africans. That's not cool, man. I don't like that. I don't want to support that. I don't want to be around that. And I got guys with boss. They're not worried about us. We're American. Yeah, but first of all, they might think I'm Nigerian or whatever, until I start talking type shit. But yeah, I'm just not even trying to be around that energy, man. I'm not even trying to feed into that. That's just too much going on. The government then got involved. It's widespread protests. It's just ridiculous. So I was thinking about somewhere else for the October, and then shout out to Ice City when I had Ice City over here a month or two ago when he came on the channel and spoke about him losing his YouTube. Shout out to Ice City. He's on Kick, so follow Ice City on Kick. I believe it's the same name, Ice City 510 on Kick. He has a YouTube channel from what I understand, but I'm not going to promote it on here. I'm not going to promote a YouTube channel that he's not supposed to have on YouTube. But yeah, Ice City told me that the Willies, and boss is a Willie, the Willies are planning a Halloween trip in Thailand, Pattaya. I'm like, wow, okay. Now I was going to do October Halloween, South Africa, Joburg, but they got that bullshit going on. So I figured what else I'm gonna do for Halloween. Then he said, well, we going to Pattaya. I said, well, there it is. So now I'm doing, instead of doing South Africa, Johannesburg for Halloween, I'm going to Thailand, Pattaya. Because I almost was gonna go to Thailand, Pattaya for August and South Africa for October. But since I'm going for Halloween, now what I'm going to do for August, I said, guess what? Go to Nairobi where I know it's lit. So that's what it is, blah, blah, blah. So in about 5 weeks now, a month and a week, 5 weeks, I will be in Kenya, Nairobi, and Kenya for the third time. Now, this will be my third time in Kenya, but only my second time in Nairobi. So when I went to Kenya the first time in 2024, Kenya, Nairobi in 24 for Halloween, my birthday. And then last year, 2025, I went to Kenya, Mombasa. I didn't go to Nairobi. So I did Nairobi and then I did Mombasa. This time around, I'm going back to Nairobi. I thought about trying to split it, do half and half, right? On time number 3, do some Mombasa and some Nairobi. Forget that. Sometimes, I don't like picking up in the middle of a trip and it's hopping from city to city, like I'm on tour type shit. When I get somewhere, I just kind of want to lock down and be where I'm at. And Kenya, Nairobi is very lit. It's fast paced. Mombasa is good too. Kenya, Mombasa is like a coastal beach. So some people compared it to Sosua, Dominican Republic, DR Sosua, because of the beach, the beach vibe. It's a coastal. I hear it's an island. They say technically it's kind of like an island. I don't see how that is. You look on the map, I don't kind of see how that's an island. I know that Zimbabwe part is an island, but whatever. But definitely it's on the coast. It's on the coast. So Mombasa is on the coast. Mombasa like a beach. Nairobi is a big city. So Nairobi is a city, Mombasa is a beach. And they have their different vibes. Now Nairobi, big city, fast pace. Mombasa, the beach, the coast, kind of slow, but it's lit and it's cool. I just prefer the Nairobi vibe. Not to say I won't go back to Mombasa. Again, I'm gonna get the 5-year visa, right? And when I get that 5-year visa, that'll open. And then, and once the good thing about the visa, once you get the 5-year visa, you don't got to do the visa every trip, like every single trip. This flight, that flight, this hotel, this hotel. You get the 5-year visa, you good. Just book your flight and go. Book your flight and go. Book your flight and go. You don't gotta, take the selfie, picture your passport, put in your flight, put in where you're staying, send it $30, $40, wait for them to tell you that, every fucking single time. If you know you're gonna keep going, you might as well just get the 5-year visa, which I'm gonna do. And so once I do get that 5-year visa, then Nairobi is definitely gonna be on a repeat. It's gonna be on a repeat. Kenya, Nairobi, Mombasa, Nairobi, Mombasa type shit. So that's what it is. So I'm doing that in 5 weeks in August. That being said, I was on my Tinder. The Tinder is blowing up, like pushing like 700 hits and matches, connects. It's ridiculous. By this time next week, I might be at 1,000. I don't know. And next week, I will do I will do a Tinder match. I will go through it as much as I can. Like when I did it like weeks ago, if you guys who remember, I mean, that was crazy. It was just endless. I mean, so it's kind of like the same type shit. So what it's going to end up being, what ends up being like that, it'd be that you don't have enough time. There's not enough hours in a day, days in a week in a month in a year to go through all of them. It's just not. So you got to pick and choose, and that's the rub when you pick and choose, because you're not a mind reader. You can't see the future. You don't fucking know. The ones that come over, it might work, might not work. They might be on some different time, different vibe, and it might not go down the way you really want it to, which is not the biggest problem in the world by itself. But the issue is time. Even that, if it's a fail, the problem is that her or you or whatever the situation just sucked up a block of time that you're not gonna get back. Time is finite. Tick, 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 tick. It's finite. Whether it's 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever, it's still finite. It don't go backwards. This ain't no Doctor Strange and Marvel shit. He got the green time gem, and he can make the time kind of go back. You can redeem your time, get the time back. You're not getting the time back. The time is gone. That block of time is gone. That night is gone. The afternoon is gone. If it don't go down right, I guess you pay for her Uber to get back, or just kick her out, or she get back the best way she can type shit. You're still sitting there. You're overseas, out of country. You're in your spot, B&B hotel. You're there by yourself. You're trying to get some female company type shit. This was a wash. Now you need another chick to come to replace, depending on what time it is, to get her over there, Uber, this and that, whatever. That time is gone. You're like, fuck. And that's the rub. You never know. Because you're not a mind reader, and you can't see the future. The best thing you can do is just be open and honest up front on the front side. Hey, this is what I'm trying to do. Hello. Are you cool with it? Are you down with it? What do you need for this to happen? Then, you make it, doing that, you make it transactional. That, you turn it in and you make it transactional. Yeah, you can say that. But 9.5 times out of 10 is going to be transactional anyway. It's going to be transactional anyway type shit. And it's not what you do, it's how you do it. You want to be smooth with it and cool with it type shit. And you got to find a balance, but you're not trying to waste time. Time is the enemy. Time is the killer. And I need, and it might not be, but I need every shot to be a sniper shot. This ain't no pray and spray like brrr, Mac 10, Mac 11, brrr, AK. Brrr. No, I need every shot. Pew, pew, pew. SEAL Team 6. Pew. Every shot needs to be a sniper shot. It needs to hit. I don't have time to play. I don't have time to play. I only have X amount of days, X amount of time. Every night, daytime, whatever. You have some wiggle room. If you mess up in the day and afternoon, you still got the night. Nighttime, oh man. It needs to hit. It needs to hit. It needs to rock and do what it do. So I don't have time for games. And the best thing, what they say, and this is real talk. This is real talk, man. You know what I'm saying? This is real talk. The best thing is honesty. They say honesty is the best policy. Oh, man. Reality. Reality. Honesty is the best policy. Straight up. This is what's up. What we doing? This is what I'm on. I'm on that. Like, for real, for real. I'm on that. This is what I'm on. What we doing? This is what I'm trying to do. What's it going to take for this to happen? I got this, that's the third over here. I mean, what you like to drink, what you like to eat, what you feel like I can order out and this and that, you know, we kick it, vibe, whatever. But this is what it is. For the night, you kicking up with Bossy. From where? Oakland, California. Shout out to Show. Player. This is what it is. What are we doing? I don't have time to play. I don't have time to waste. I have hundreds. And I don't know who's who, what's what. I'm just looking at a picture, right? I don't know because I'm not a mind reader. I don't know. I'm just going from the picture and what you say, and then we text, and I'm trying to get your energy and trying to read you off what we say. Then hopefully, you know, we can like FaceTime type shit so I can see how bad catfishing, because there's gonna be some catfishing, right? It's gonna be some catfishing. I'm gonna see how bad catfish, you know, how far off, how bad the catfishing is. Get you on the what's the name? Check you out. Okay. Get up, turn around, 360 type shit. Okay. What's up with you? Ha. Read the energy. Try to get her to laugh. This, and that, or whatever. Okay. Send an Addy. Send an address. Send the Uber. Come through. And do what it do. Don't have time to waste, man. Don't have time to waste. Time is the enemy. I'm only there for a week or two. I'm not there for a long time. I'm there for what? Good time. Oh, man. So that's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. And that's not really the big problem with a place like Nairobi because it's so fast-paced. There's so many options. They're really at you. But like the good and the bad, right? It's kind of like both. The good and the bad is so much. You got to vet. You got to kind of, you know, bob and weave. You got to choose the right one, or you just wasted some time that you're not going to get back. Oh, man. So, yeah. But like I said, it's time number 2. So I was there before. So I got a good run of the place. And again, I had some stellar ones on that first trip. Now I'm going to have to track them down again because, again, I don't keep in contact with them. And, you know, and it's pros and cons with that, right? So the con is that anything can happen. She changed her phone number. She's not on WhatsApp no more. Probably got in a relationship. Probably got pregnant, got knocked up, got married. Married a passport, bro. Married some white guy from Europe or something, you know. Got married, got knocked up, you know. Not in the life, you know. Changed her number, you know, can't find a contact. You know, that can happen. But I'd rather take my chances and just cold shot it again than trying to just keep a tether on you, a leash on you all this time for a whole year, a year and a half, and you just be asking me for money every other month. No, we're not doing that. You know, so many, it is what it is. So that's what it is in 5 weeks. Kenya, Nairobi in 5 weeks. I'm gonna do 2 weeks. I'm gonna do 2 weeks in August. 2 weeks Kenya, Nairobi. 2 weeks in August. And when I get back, grind right off again to Thailand for October. So an interesting development. An interesting development is hold on. I see it's not quite a super chat, but it's a membership. Wow. Shout out to Tim Howard 5, man. Hold on for the one time. I. Shout out to Tim Howard 5, my moderator, gifting memberships. My memberships are like $5 a month. Like, it's gonna break the bank. $5 a month. Oh man. So you gifted like 5. So you just gifted like 25 down to $30. Shout out to Tim Howard 5. You are a real one, man. Man, if I had 1,000 people like you, I wouldn't have to work every day. I'll be doing content all day. Shout out to Tim Howard 5, my moderator. Shout out to Tim Howard 5. He gets the 5 Big Balls memberships. And I really got to get on my membership shits more. First of all, these right here, especially if I cook too hot and I talk too spicy, I take these down immediately and put them on the membership. And when I'm on vacation, when I'm on trips, sometimes some of that stuff go right to the membership because I already know it can't really be on YouTube like that. So yeah, I'm gonna do more memberships and then seeing shit like this, man. This is what I'm talking about. Motivation. Doing shit like this. Shout out to Tim Howard 5, gifting 5 memberships. It's gonna make me go harder in the paint. I'm gonna go hard in the paint. I'm gonna really put some membership shit up on there. Shout out to Tim Howard 5. Right? Okay. So you was a recipient. I wonder how that shit go. Is it random and shit? I mean, I don't know. I mean, you know, talk about this for a quick second. How does that really go? When you guys give, I've never done it for no one else, like gift membership. Like I give, you know, I rock with creators. And I be sending them super chat type shits, super chats all the time. But I never gifted like them memberships. So if you gift like 5 memberships, is it like random, or do you Tim Howard, do you decide who you're gonna give the memberships to? I mean, that's interesting. That's what's up. That's dope, man. Hey, that's what's up. So you got one of them, huh? Yeah. So I'm gonna make sure that I absolutely start posting more for the members, because it is like $5 a month, right? It, you know, but you know, that's a true statement. It is. But I hate to say but shout out to the lead attorney, man. I wonder how you doing. I haven't followed him for a minute, but the lead attorney pushing almost 500K subscribers now. I was in his YouTube little school. I was in his membership. Like he was like teaching classes like how to be a better YouTuber, right? You see, I must not have paid that much attention. Shout out to him. And so, but one of the things he was saying, he was dropping some game. It was what leader turned out. But again, he has a whole lot of subscribers. Like he's pushing like 400,000 subscribers, right? A lot. And he said it like this. I don't even know if I should like re-say it because he said it to us in the what's the name. He said, hey, he said on my membership, he said, I almost put nothing on my membership. He said, not like that. But he said, to me, the membership thing, first of all, YouTube is for people who believe in you and rock with you and they trying to support you, right? So, you know, because a lot of times it's only going to be $3 a month, $5 a month. Not to say only, it is what it is. Every dollar counts. But you know, but it's for people who rock with you. They see your vision, they support you, so they send you a couple of dollars a month, you know, to kind of help you do what you got to do. He said I almost put nothing extra on my membership. If I can remember, I might throw something on there once in a blue moon. I throw a bone on there, but memberships are for people who really want to support you in what you about. I'm like, wow. He said, so I'm not doing a whole song and dance for the membership. Now he said, he did say, like, if you're doing a Patreon, like a Patreon website, that is a little more different. If you're doing a Patreon type website, but for the membership, he said basically it's this ongoing super chat. For the most part, it's an ongoing, like you support, and sometimes some people might not have it every time you go live to give you $3 and $5 for a super chat, or like a $20 super or a $10 super chat. So it's just $5 a month. So that was just some game. I said okay, but now I'm still gonna do some shit for my what's your name? It Does It Random. Okay. And I guess that's fair too. It Does It Random. That's what I thought. I just didn't know. So thank you for confirming. And thank you again. Thank you for that. Thank you for those 5 memberships. Because my membership is like $5 or $6 a month. I think it's $5.99, right? I probably should have made it $4.99. So I'm gonna do some shit. And the good thing, I got a trip coming up, and like the main things I do is like these. I put these on there in case you miss it. And then when I'm overseas, especially, I get like a lot of random, like raw, like little footage while I'm overseas doing what I do. I throw that up on there, right? Shits and giggles type shits. But I'm gonna do some more. But yeah, what I'm about to say, next month, August, Kenya, Nairobi, 2 weeks. So I don't know how many people caught this last Sunday. I was on, believe it or not, Big Boss collab. I went to Rello's channel. Big Boss, I was on the run with Relly. Oh man. Right? What is the world coming to? Yeah, but it was cool. Yeah. So I was on Big Boss. I was on Jay Rello's channel this Sunday. We were live. I would have dual streamed it, but shout out to him. He doesn't have the paid streamer. He has the free one. No shout out to him. Hey, he's rocking the free one with the little ducky sign. And when you have the free StreamYard, you can't simulcast it. The host, the person who channel is on, the host needs to have a paid account. The guest can have a free account, but the host has to have a paid account for the feature. He was the host, and he doesn't have a paid account. So I'm like, damn. So I couldn't simulcast it. And I had thought about maybe screen recording the whole thing, like on my side, like go into OBS Studio, and just screen record the whole thing. But we was having technical issues. It got to the point where both of us had to bust it down and both be on our phone. So it was a trip. I started off in this platform on my what's the name, laptop with my mic right here, laptop with my mic, camera right there, the whole what's the name. But he couldn't hear me type shit. Then his shit started fucking up, so he came back on his phone, and then I left and I logged in on my phone, and we both finished the whole thing. We went about 2 hours. On the phone, and it worked. It was cool. Real informal. We was really chopping it up. Me, I was talking crazy. I'm surprised, shout out to him. I think shout out to Rello. He's trying to clean up his act, right? And I know he's going for his channel to be monetized. So good luck to him. Hopefully it can be monetized. So he was actually trying to moderate and keep it PG. And I'm like, wow, is this Jay Rello? Jay Rello trying to be PG? That's different. But then with Big Boss, I'm nothing but I am nowhere near PG at all. So I'm thinking like, okay, you got Jay Rello and Big Boss, but he was actually really trying to keep it cool. And shout out to him. And so I think that's one of the reasons why he took that down, because we got lit. We was talking how we talk. And yeah, so it's kind of too bad. So I don't know if he's going to edit some stuff out and just like put it back. But I'm gonna get him on this channel eventually. I'm gonna get Jay Rello on this channel and whatever. But blah blah blah. I only really segued that for a reason. During that stream this Sunday, Boss and Jay Rello channel, he's going to Brazil in about a week or two. He's doing like 10 days in Brazil. But next month, Jay Rello will be in Kenya, Nairobi. And next month, Big Boss will be in Kenya, Nairobi. Oh, man. So Big Boss and Rello, both will be in Kenya, Nairobi, both next month. Oh, man. Man. So, yeah, we talk behind the scenes, trying to see, what that's going to be about, what kind of, how we can link, collab, kind of content we can do, That's something. And I was telling him, I was asking him on the stream, I said, well, Mr. Rello, your last Kenya run, Jay Rello in Kenya, that was, you had the people, the country in the uproar. Is it safe for you to go back? Oh yeah, it's cool, man, it's cool. I said, okay. So that's gonna be something. Yeah, we're both gonna be there next month. So yeah. Wow. But you know what? Also, last week I spoke on how the week before that I didn't go live. For 2 weeks, but I didn't go live because I was fasting. I fast once a year, right? Once a year I do like a 7-day fast, 7-8 day fast. This year I did like 9 days. Last year I did 8 days. This year I did 9 days, no food, fast. Oh man. For health reasons. I do it for health reasons type shit. And so when I was coming off the fast, like the last day of the fast, I had did a test, a biomarker test that these are tests like where you can test to see your biological age versus your chronological age type shit. I figured that'd be a good time to take the test when my body, good or bad, I don't know how that is, right? Because when you fast, you're kind of depleted too. Maybe you're a little more healthy, the health benefits of fasting. But whatever, as it was, on my last day of my fast, I did a test for biomarkers to see my biological age versus my chronological age. And so the particular test I did was like a saliva-based test, like spit, right? Patooey. You spit like on this little card they give you that captures it. Then you seal it, and then you send it off to the lab, and they analyze it type shit. I had not did my results yet. So I think I'm going to do these results live right now. I'm going to try to log in right now and see what's up with that. I meant to do it before. Obviously, I was already running late for the stream, right? Oh, what the hell? Oh, that ain't funny. So we'll see what's up with that. But like I said, next week we will be doing the Kenya Tinder match. Show you what I got working with, and you guys can kind of again see like a sample of like how they look, what it is. Yeah, I'll do that next week. Episode 33, and which will be 4 weeks from the trip. Now hold on, let me go to this website. We're gonna put this in, man. We're gonna do this. All right. So let's see. Oh man, we're gonna do this, man. I had meant to do this before I came on, but I was already running late as it was. Oh man, what's up with the people though? A lot of stuff going on in the travel world too. Yeah, welcome back. Nah, I'm not registering a kit. I need my I need my results. Need my results. If it's too involved, I had to do this when I get off and tell you guys next week. I didn't think it'd be that Okay. But okay, why do you say register a new kit? I already have my kit number. I thought I could just put it in. What is? Maybe I'll put it in and then it would just auto update. But it shouldn't say register a new kit. I mean, I'm trying to get the results of what I mailed off like a week or so ago. So it's not no, but whatever. 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 Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what's up with the people, man? Boom, boom. All right. All right. It's funny why they want me to put all this information in. Only thing I should have to put in is my number. This better work. If this don't work, like if it gets deeper than this, I'll do it off stream. I didn't think it'd be this complicated. Okay. All right. All right. Let's see. All right. Okay. Houston, we might got a problem. And if it's that deep, they better not have played me. Because I don't. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. I did all this already. You must register your kit to receive your result. I registered the kit. And now, right, went to the website. I don't know. I might have to go to their customer support. And I'm not doing all that on this screen, on this stream. Like I said, I meant to do this anyway before the what's the name. I didn't think it would be this involved. What the fuck, man? It's the same shit. Yeah, it's gonna be an issue. It's gonna be an issue. If I didn't know better, it seemed like they're trying to play me because it's nowhere for me to do anything different. It's like spinning the wheels type shit. They only have register your kit and go to the site, and I go to the site and it's trying to sell you shit. I already have my what's the name? I'm trying to get my results. Right? Well, that sucks. I tried to be interactive. I was gonna like hold the phone up and show you what it is. I'll find out, and I'll let you guys know by next stream. Anyway, I'm hoping that the biological age come back. He is 35. That'd be dope. Cause y'all know my age, right? Y'all know that, boss. I'm an old ass man. I'm 54. But you know, I try to take care of myself and do some health type shit. All right. Now, what the hell? All right. This is the thing with StreamYard, man. After a while, stuff starts to get wacky. Now I can't even. What the hell is going on here? This is crazy. Anyway. Shout out to Tim Howard, man. Man, you ain't got a lot to kick it, man. You got all the money, man. You got all the money. I ain't got no money to give you, man. You ain't got a lot to kick it. Hey, that's what's up. Hey, I hope the tests come back. This is the little company right here. Atronym DNA Biological Age Test Kits. Age, not AIDS. But I do get tested for all that kind of stuff anyway. But yeah, this company right here, there's none of my stuff in there. So it's just like, it just says like scan, the what's the name, and this and that. And this is all it is with it. I'm gonna have to hit up their customer support and see what the fuck is going on, because this test it's like $100 and something, right? $100 something, and I followed their directions. I dropped it off to the what's the name last week or the week before, whenever that was, the last day of my fast. So it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Because I remember I told you guys about it last Tuesday. So yeah, man, I've been wanting to know. Oh man, I'm gonna find out first thing tomorrow, or maybe I don't feel like fucking with it tonight. I'm gonna call in tomorrow in the daytime and say, hey man, what's up? How old is boss? How old is my internals, man? Shit. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, I'm an old ass man. I'm 54, man. I'll be 55. 55, stay alive this Halloween, man. 1971. What the hell? Can't even change my music because it won't let me scroll down. Hold on 1 second for the one time. I'm going to go out and come back in and see what's up. I'm not going to end the stream because it won't end unless I press end. But I'm going to dip out for a second, come back in, and see if it'll unfreeze my screen, because I can't even scroll up on my screen to access my shit on the side right there. And that's kind of weird. Hold up for the one time. Hold on. For the one time. Nope. Still got me stuck like Chuck. Man, StreamYard really got to work on this. I don't know if it's StreamYard or my computer, but I want to say it's StreamYard. But we're going to rock for a minute longer. Thanks for the people who came out. This is kind of weird. But yeah, go to media assets, and it just stops. It won't even let me scroll down to access the sound, the different musics, the sounds, and nothing. It just stopped right here. Got the time. Okay. All right, there we go. Kind of weird because boom. And I can't hear it. But yeah, I mean, that kind of threw me off, man. That just got me all discombobulated. You know, I was gonna do a age reveal. Well, it's not really age. I was gonna do a biological age reveal live on the stream, and the shit don't want to work. That is so weird. Better not be no scam. Better not be a scam. Because I almost didn't go with this company. I was going to go with another more reputable lab. But I remember the reason I chose this one, it was a few bucks cheaper, but that's not really why I did it. Is because it was like the last, I was going on the last day of my fast before I started eating again. And I wanted to do it before I started eating again while I was in the fasted state. And this test was going to come to me through Amazon Faster and arrive on my last day. The other test, the more reputable one, would have took a few more days. And I said, man, I ain't trying to just keep on fasting from extra days just to wait for that damn test. You know, so I went with this one. And it came. When it came, I took it. I think I ate that next. No, I waited. Funny. Even when I took it, I think, I still waited the next day before I ate. I pushed it off. And that's how I got to 9 days. Because this test sample kit came on day 8 of my fast. And it came in the evening and I took it. And I could have ate right after, but then again, you got to be careful when you coming off a long fast, you know, when you reintroduce food back into your system. So as it was already the evening of day 8 or night 8. It was already the evening, and it's not like I could chug down a big meal. So I just drank some water, went to bed, no food again. And then woke up on day 9 and just had like teas and liquids and smoothies. And then later that night, ate my first meal. I ate some fish. Fish, which is my favorite dish. So yeah, I mean, I went like 8-9 days, no food. Oh man, that's crazy. I do that once a year anyway. But it's not really easier year by year. The worst time is day 3. Day 3 is the hardest. If you can make it past day 3, day 4 is easier. Not saying day 4 is easy, but it's easier. You know, well, for me, I am adapted. So one day of food, even if I miss a whole 24 hours of food, it's not the worst. My body kicks in. Day 2. It gets rough on the second day. Yeah, I'm hungry. I'm very hungry on the second day of no eating. Day 3, crash out. And that's when you got to fight. And if you can push past day 3, day 4 gets easier. And then from day 4, you know, like I said, I normally go 7 days anyway. I go another 3 days after that. And I eat on day 8. This time I ate on day 9. But yeah. You know, got to do little things like that, man. Little health tips. And that's with me being 54. 54 years old, man. Same age as Tupac. Oh, man. Right? We really should. Boy. Because all I do is work. We work too much. I do. I work 2 jobs. Even now, I work 2 jobs. 2 or 4 of my travels, like, if I was not an avid traveler, I ain't gonna lie, I probably still work 2 jobs, but I would work less hours, especially on a second job. I'm a little greedy for money, man, because it's always stuff you can do for money. But I really worked the 2 jobs to afford my travels. If I wasn't a big traveler, I might just work the 1 job, maybe. 1 job and then little hours, little side hustle. But yeah, so we already do a lot. Need to travel more because it's experience. It's experience. You know, something to see, something to do. It breaks up the monotony working. Like I said, this is what I say for my own self. Yeah, it's a blessing to be able to work. If you got a job, that's good. But like, if all you do is work, work, money, paycheck, rent, bills, work, that cycle, is not much different than a slave. You're just a paid slave, right? At least you're not working for free. Oh man, you're not working for free, but you still it's kind of like a slave, you know. It's like a paid slave. You're being paid, maybe not a whole lot, maybe a little bit, but you trading in your life. You're trading in your life force, your energy. You're trading in your time. You're trading in your soul. You're trading your life and your time for a check, and you're just working the clock, like a hamster on a treadmill. Traffic, driving to work, getting your check, paying your bills, maybe hopefully doing a little something fun on the weekend, maybe, but working, getting the check, paying bills, and that's it, and then you die, pay taxes and die. No. I need to take flights, passport, go over here, kick it, frolic, see new things, try new things, see the ladies all over the world that I would never see like in just my real regular life. Go to Morocco. I'm going to Morocco one day. You know, get out there and do shit and see shit, man. Life is short. Then you die. Then you in a pine box in the ground or cremated, most of us. You're going to be cremated. And your ashes going to be in an urn sitting on one of your relatives' mantles. Maybe your kids. Maybe your sons or your daughters. They're going to say, that's Pop's ashes. Pops was a cool guy. That's Pop. Pop ashes. I got my daddy's ashes. I do. Damn, I don't even got no good urn for him. All these years. I done had my daddy's ashes for years. I have my father's ashes right now. I have my daddy's ashes. And they not even in a nice urn. I need to buy an urn. Just thinking about it. Oh, man. Yeah. It's real shit, bro. I have my father's ashes right now. So, hey, man. Before you turn into ash and get burnt down by your cheap-ass family that don't want to pay for a whole burial and put you in the ground, and they want to burn you and then get some of your ashes over here and some of your ashes over there and sprinkle some of your ashes over there. Hey, man, get out and travel, man. Get out and travel. For real. Oh, man. Yeah, man. I don't know why this is... No, I got it back, man. Yeah, man. So that's what it is, man. I just came on so I don't get fined. Shout out to Marshawn Lynch. I'm just here so I don't get fined. You know, gotta work on my consistency. I'm glad I came, touch base with you guys. Shout out Tim Howard 5. You just motivated me, man, to put some more stuff on my members. You up here gifting. You gifting out members, man. That's what's up. You know what I'm talking about? You gifting out members. That's dope. You just motivated me. I got a trip coming up anyway. Trip in about 5 weeks now. Counting down. Next week, which is 4 weeks out. Next week, episode 33, I'm going to do the Tinder match. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. It's just endless number of chicks. And, you know, real fast, any of these sites, dating sites, they're just helps and tools. They kind of really shouldn't be your whole thing, your only thing, but it's a big help, a big tool, especially before you get there, right? Like, before you get there, you know, if you're not there, you're physically not there, right? You don't have magical powers to teleport yourself. But once you get on ground, there should be some ground game going on, man. You know, go to the spots where, the watering spots, the watering holes where the females be. Shopping malls is a big one, right? Shops, malls, clubs, obviously. Nightclubs, bars, dancing places, markets, shops, malls, anywhere type shit. and this, mouthpiece. Especially when you go to places that speak English, places that's English speaking, and you don't have to rely on a translator if you don't know the local language type shit. But yeah. But that's what another thing that makes Kenya dope is it's English speaking country. Outside of their Swahili, their national Swahili, they all speak English because it was colonized or conquered by the UK English Britons. So they speak with that UK British accent. So that's dope. A whole bunch of English, UK speaking black folks. That's dope. But still, these dating sites are, they're a big help. And every place is, some places are created different. Not every place created equal. Some places it's more of a help than others, right? Especially if the local get down is a certain way where they don't have like a red light, or they don't have like a real night district like that's really popping and vibrant. Then you almost have to rely on websites, dating apps, shit like that. Yeah. But we're gonna see what it do, man. We're gonna see what it do. I'm not gonna be long this one tonight. I'll save it for next week. Hold on, let me go to some of these comments. What'd you say? Man, okay, that's what's up. So you say you got 3 girlfriends. Oh, well, shit. Well, hey, man, that's a good situation. He said you got an Asian, a white, and a black one in Rio de Janeiro. Look at you. He said you got 3 girlfriends. That's what's up. Oh, man, that's a good situation to have. Apex, you got a wifey? Oh, it's me. You got a wifey, or you running around? How many consultation, bro? Right? He said, put me on. Teach me the ways. He said, I gotta look at it. Mike got a multi-year visa. I just paid for it. Okay. Oh, okay. So, if you still watching, you pay for it. So, are you talking about for Nairobi? Because if it's Brazil, it's multi-year. That's all it is. And you're already there. You say you pay for it. You're already there. You're there. You thinking about going to Kenya too? Yeah, Kenya have the 1 year and a 5 year. Brazil is just the 10. But like I said, you're there right now. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. South America, right? Going back. From Oakland to a $30 hooker near you, big boss. Yeah, right. Especially them day casas. You going to day casas like 508. No, 538 building or 583 building. I know the spots. Yep. $30 holla. But man, hey, do you ever go to Villa Mimosa? Real fast. Do you do Villa? Well, you probably don't. Do you ever do Villa Mimosa Apex when you in Rio? You said that live was fire. Oh, when the first Friday, yeah, that was a dope one. Yeah, I spoke on that. Yeah. So, yeah, hopefully he'll put it back after he edits some stuff out or whatever he got going on. Hopefully. But I'll get him on my show, and I pretty much will keep it up. I'll get Rello on my show one way or another. And like I said, stay tuned for that. Next month, me and Rello both, we're going to be in Kenya, Nairobi at the same time. Oh, man. But that's what's up with the people. I'm about to land this plane. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. Like I say, tonight we weren't going to go long. We're just going to go strong. And next week, Tuesday, I'm doing the tender match. And by then, we're going to find out how old Boss really is internally. Because I'm calling this damn company. And they better get it right, or I'm a bad mouth. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. They only gave you so much information. I went to the website, but they said for any help or support, reach out to info at this site. And so I'm going to do that soon. I'm going to do it soon. So that's what it is, man. But shout out to everybody for coming out. Big Boss Real Talk, Oakland, California. Oh man, y'all have a good week. And to you, Midwest, man, congratulations on your job, man. You said you started a new job. I think today was your first day. You started a new job. Congratulations, bro. That's what's up. Good shit. But yeah. Still, you gotta take them. You gotta take them trips. So I know it's your first day. You just started. You can't be traveling right away. But after you do your 90 days, your 60 days, 90 days, you're gonna have to tell them, hey man, once or twice a year, 3 times a year, I gotta travel. I gotta go somewhere for at least a week. 5, 6, 7 days. So that's what it is, man. But congratulations on your new job, Midwest OG. And other than that, I'm about to land this plane. Thank you guys for coming out. Big Boss Real Talk from Oakland, California. Oh, man. Not the boss. Biggity Iggity with the sauce. Oh, man.
Who do the hiring and the firing? That's the boss. Who the man in Oakland? That's the boss. Lame talk, oh man, not the boss. Biggity wiggity Bossalini with the sauce. Travel bros catching flight, not for love. Bossalini up in here to bust it up. Bub. Talking dirty, you don't like it, hit the tub. TLC, keep it pop. I'm a thug. Real talk over here. We don't feel y'all. No. Real soft, pillow whisper. That's that squeal talk. Woo. I don't feel y'all, dog, like you real lost. Too much imitation talking, get you peeled off. Yeah, Big Bossalini. He shrimp linguine. You never see me disappear like Houdini. Don't call me for no favors, less it's real talk. Straight up out of Oakland, that's that big boss. Who do the hiring and the fun? That's the boss. Who the man in Oakland? That's the boss. Lame talk, oh man, not the boss.